Good morning, everybody. This is Nicole Traum with Nicole Traum Yoga, and today we are doing Breathe With Me. We're going to talk about expansiveness. So if you're watching, drop a comment and say hi. If you're watching the replay, you can do #replay. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I'm going to share this on my group, and then we'll get right to getting started. So if you're watching, I'd love to know if you went out this morning. I went out for a run this morning, and it is so hot. I actually saw it's going to be like 110 with the heat index this morning, or not this morning, but by noon it'll be 110. But it was, I have to post a picture. I posted a picture after my run, and I was just like sweat dripping everywhere. It was pretty wild. I guess we've reached that point of summer at this point, right? All right, there we go. So we'll get right to it. I ran over a little bit on my last video, so I wanna get on here and get life going because I gotta do lots of fun stuff after this, much like you guys. So this week we've been talking about getting more comfortable in your body and in your mind. And one of the things that a lot of people have been telling me is over these last few months, there have been these like waves of emotions, right? It's these waves of feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling frustrated, feeling super overwhelmed and anxious and all those things. So it's kind of a crapshoot. Like some days we wake up and we feel great, and then other days we wake up and we feel like, oh my God, how am I going to go through this? And there's practices, right, to allow ourselves to really feel those emotions. We're typically taught, and I'm trying to be mindful about this with my daughter. It's hard though, right? Because I want her, she gets so emotional over things. And then, how do we live, right? But we were taught, a lot of us were taught to just, don't cry, don't feel that, just keep doing this, right? And now we're paying for it because we don't really know what to do with our emotions, right? We can ignore them, we can, save them for later, but I think a lot of them that we save for later are now really hitting us tenfold because now it's time that we have to watch and listen and feel them. Hey, Sammy. So allowing ourselves to really feel those emotions is really, really important. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching, just a little bit of movement to get into our bodies. And then we're going to do a little mindfulness practice that helps us to really, really accept those feelings and be with them. All right, so let's just start here by a couple of deep breaths. So we're going to inhale and stretch those arms up, and then exhale as you lower them down. Just let yourself start to breathe here. Inhale, filling up. Good, and then exhaling as you lower your arms back down. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. Imagine you're filling up with breath and you're emptying out your breath. As your arms are moving, it's as if they're moving through water. So you're using that resistance. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. That's it. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. As you inhale this next time, bring your arms up and overhead. And then we'll exhale up and over to the right and just start to stretch here. So you can bring your arm up and over. You can reach your arm up. My camera's pretty close today. You can't see it. It's okay. And then we'll come back through center and bring that left elbow down and right arm up and over and just start to stretch over to the left. So just breathing and stretching. Good. And then come on up and just start to move your head now in a slow, crackly circle. And let yourself get a little more comfortable in your body. You can deepen your breath. You can feel all that tightness. Good. And let's do a little bit of self-massage this morning. So you can bring your hands back behind your neck. You can either do it like this or you can do it like this. And just massage right along the back of your head where your skull and your spine meet. And just start to release there a little bit. You might notice one side's a little tighter than the other. And just gonna work your way through there, all the way down to the tops of your shoulders, and just kind of release it. Give yourself a little back massage here. That's it. Start to feel yourself softening down. Good. And then from here, we'll roll those shoulders back. That should feel really nice now. Take your right arm up, bring it back behind you, bring your left hand to your right elbow, and just start to stretch up and over to the left. Breathing here, you can press your head back. If you can't touch your arm here, you can bring your arm forward if you can't do it overhead. That's it. Good morning. And then come on out and stretch your arms out. Turn your head side to side. So you can watch this in the morning. You can come back and watch this in the afternoon. It's a nice little break, especially if you're sitting at a desk. Bring your left hand back behind you. And then take your right hand to your left elbow and just start to reach up and over. So just stretching here into the side body, letting yourself breathe. Good. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. That's it. And then come on out, stretching your arms out, turning your head side to side. So just stretching things out here, good. And then we'll come in and roll our shoulders onto our back. Perfect. And then let's just take a little stretch here into the legs. So bring your right knee in. You can make some circles with your right ankle. Good. Sit up nice and tall. It's hard for me to sit up tall in this chair. And then just start to reach your nose towards your knee. So get a little stretch into your leg, into your hip, into your low back. And then we'll switch sides. So we're going to come up, bringing that left knee in, drawing your nose in towards your knee, feeling yourself, just breathing here. That's it. Take another deep breath. Perfect. Good. And then come on out and just start to rock side to side in your seat. Feel your hips releasing down. So we want to get our bodies ready to take a few moments to turn within. So if there's any other movement that you want to do right now, maybe you want to bring your hands behind you and interlace them, you can. Just rolling those shoulders onto your back. Good. And then we'll come back through center and just take a comfortable seat. So that means you can be sitting on your floor, you can be sitting in your chair, you can have your legs down or crossed, but you want to be able to sit up tall. So allow yourself that space to sit up nice and tall, stacking up your hips and your heart and your head. So leaning back a little. Good. And as you turn within, just begin to notice how your body feels. You don't even need to close your eyes just yet. Take a couple deep breaths here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. And then close your eyes and let yourself start to turn within. Just noticing the rise and fall of your breath. The way that you feel this morning. And I want you to think about whatever emotions that you've been having throughout this quarantine. Maybe you're still feeling them right now, whether they're anxiety and overwhelming thoughts, whether it's feeling sad, feeling heavy, feeling angry and frustrated, whatever they are, right? Think of them. And then I want you to think about where you feel that emotion in your body. So just kind of scan through and think about, where do you feel whatever the emotion is that you're feeling, where are you feeling it in your body? So some typical places might be behind your eyes, like the whole head, maybe in your chest, in your belly, or even all the way down in your hips and your seat. So wherever that is, that's fine, right? And then bring your awareness to that place. So as you turn within, as you close your eyes, we're imagining that emotion and where we physically feel it in our bodies. And then what I want you to do is think about where you're feeling that emotion and start to imagine like a bubble of space around that area. Light, space, expansiveness. And then I want you to breathe into that place. So you can even bring your hand to that place if you want. I'm feeling mine in my belly. And as you breathe, begin to feel that area get more and more expansive. Let the space around it start to make that emotion start to untangle a little. Every round of breath, feeling more and more expansive in that space. Noticing things start to untangle, maybe even noticing other parts of your body softening. And when you feel your body start to go into overdrive and say, hey, I got this, and start to tighten, just bring yourself back to your breath and start to let it release. And know that this is a practice. Know that there will be tightening. There's going to be that tightening, and there's going to be the loosening, right? And we want to find that place in the in-between for ourselves. Not too tight, not too loose. A place where we feel freedom. It can be as simple as freedom to take an inhale and an exhale, as simple as it is to feel more comfortable in your own skin. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath, just allowing that space to become more and more expansive. Allowing yourself to be more and more open to this practice. Good. And then start to blink your eyes open. So this is a practice you can come back to over and over again. Right? We just did it for a few minutes. You can do it for longer. Right? But allow yourself that space to just start to explore and feel and notice. And hopefully this gives you a nice tool to use when you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling a burden of emotion, right? So thank you so much for watching. This has been Nicole Trom with Nicole Trom Yoga. If you like what you see, you can join me for classes. I have classes during the week and on Saturdays, and those are available at NicoleTromYoga.com. Thank you again for watching. Namaste.